powerful statement that has pretty much stuck with me for the last couple of weeks because I'm like, wow, that's deep.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I don't know if we just don't have, like, as people, if we don't always have the type of skills to do that, but that's like a phenomenal thing to do when you know that you have a mate that has a weakness such as that, and you're able to combat that with whatever they need not to feel like that anymore. Because not everybody is able to accomplish that, but that could have just been her kind of temperament. Like, she was able to retrain her tolerance for certain things. So maybe it's like a partnership.
Yeah, and I'm quite sure he built up a trust. Like
Yeah.
she trusted him, so the jealousy, went to the side because he never gave her a reason to not to distrust him. So
Right.
yeah.
That was just a phenomenal moment. So if y'all don't watch Black Love, y'all need to watch that show because I absolutely love it. And there's not a lot of drama on that show, by the way.
Okay.
I just like the pureness of relationships and the realness too. Okay.
Okay.
Sorry.
So you also want to pay attention to patterns. Sometimes what may appear to be red flags for emotional baggage are just false alarms. Everyone is bound to get insecure at some points in time. But if you do notice red flags, like your partner picking a fight with you or constantly bringing up a particular ex or their family or anything like that, look at the pattern because they definitely telling you something.
Are you telling you something?
Yes.
Y'all better pay attention.
Exactly.
Or not.
Yes. So when my close friend was having this issue with her partner at the time, it would always kind of revolve around his family. And at first she would take it personal. I'd be like, don't take it personal because that don't have anything to do with you, and you need to let them know, that you are not their punching bag, not literal punching bag, but their emotional punching bag. And so she would have that conversation with him. However, he still consistently did it. So hence they broke up. But if anything went wrong with his family, he's pretty much took it out on her. And so she said again, I'm not your emotional punching bag. You need to get some help and learn how to deal with your issues. And until then, I can't be with you. So sometimes, depending on what the issue is and how that person is making you feel, you got to sit back and reevaluate. Like, is this worth it?
Right.
Especially if it's just, a boyfriend, girlfriend type relationship.
And sometimes it's hard for people to call therapy.
Yes.
And in our culture, we don't really get a lot of help. It's just one of those things that's kind of cliche. Girl or boy, you just need to pray about that. You need to give it to God, whatever. And those are all great things to do. But sometimes God
you gotta pray with action.
Right. You got to pray with action. And then you also know that God creates therapists to help you. I mean, sometimes you just need that extra help because a lot of times people don't even realize how messed up they are in the first place. Like, they can't even see themselves because their own self is in the way. So go to therapy and get some help.
And it's okay. Like, it's not as expensive as people think it is. Like, talk spaces out there, they always have a good coupon code. From what I hear and listening to other podcasts for people who do use it, like they say, it's a lot cheaper than traditional therapy. And then it's also therapy out here that want to help people who don't have the income to do it, and they will help you on a sliding scale. So it's plenty of options that people have to get the help that they need. And it does not make you a weak person to seek help, because at the end of the day, you weaker if you still holding on to things that you can get help with.
Weak and crazy. That's all I got to say. Weak and crazy. But, a lot of companies, they offer, what is it called? Is it EAP? Like, you can go and get help without paying a significant amount of money. Especially, you can go for family issues or anything.
I think up to some companies it's like either 3, some is up to 6 times that they'll pay for.
You can go get you some help. Like, there's no excuse for not getting some type of psychiatric help. We all need a friend, we all need a friend that we pay for to be our friend and listen to us at some point in our life. And sometimes you just need it for maintenance, just to keep it going. It's nothing wrong with that.
I totally agree. Also, when dealing with a person with baggage, you definitely want to be patient and understanding. Like, put yourself in their shoes to kind of help you to really see what they're saying and how they're acting. And always listen actively. So you really know what they're, saying to you. And also in listening to them and putting yourself in their shoes, that helps you to better deal with them and helps you to know how not to push their buttons. Okay. You want to be honest. I mean, that's a part of the communication portion of it. Be honest. Let them know, hey, when you do this, I don't like it. Or they can say the same thing. And the honesty, is obviously the best policy, but you know what you're better walking into if you are being honest with each other.
And if you're on the flip side, when someone's being honest with you, please don't get offended by it.
No.
It is, it is maintenance. The thing that most people don't realize is that you don't know you, and you don't know, like, how you like, people walk around with resting bitch faces all the time, and they don't even realize it because nobody's walking around with a mirror. Or you may just have some subliminal things you do that's offensive, like standing with your hands on the hip or walking around with your arms crossed. That, it's not like opening up, and so it can be offensive sometimes. So be able to receive that positive feedback too, when it's given back to the person that doesn't have the baggage, because that person that's part of their baggage too. So y'all can learn from each other.
Exactly. Also, you need to stay positive, and don't just think about, the bad times. Like, really think about the good times and the good parts of your relationship. Because ultimately you're in the relationship to make each other happy. So, everybody has the baggage. And if you try to keep things positive, that better helps you in dealing, with the baggage. Either way.
And one thing I just thought of, I think everybody has baggage in their relationship. You come in with baggage because you've had prior experiences. But what people don't realize is that sometimes each person's baggage may weigh different. It's still baggage, but throughout the relationship, one month your baggage could be very heavy and you take care of that, and then your partner's baggage may be a little heavier, because people deal with things and they internalize things sometimes. And just life gets in the way. So everybody's going to go through this.
Yes. And the whole point in dealing with the baggage is that so you guys can both move forward together. You also want to, I kind of touched on this, listen to what your partner has to say. So that goes back to actively listening to what they're telling you about the baggage issue.
And as you actively listen, if you can't, actively listen well, try to just take some notes down. So then that way, when the person's done talking, you can kind of say, this is what I heard you say. Let me make sure that I heard you correctly, because I don't want to get your words wrong. I don't want to misinterpret what you're saying. So literally just sit there and listen.
Yes.
And for the person that is telling everything and talking, just say, because sometimes my husband has the tendency to want to fix things, and I don't necessarily want him to fix things at that moment. I just want to be heard, because I could be venting about something, and I just want to get it off my chest, and I don't need a solution. I just need to get it off my chest. So say, hey, I just need to vent. I need to get this out. That's it. I don't need a solution. I don't need a strategy. And that's just how men can be. Well, women are like that too.
Yes.
I know I try to fix everything. I want to fix it. Because I don't want you to feel like that.
Yes. You also don't want to forget your personal needs. So I know a lot of time people take on other people's drama and baggage, and they forget about themselves. So please don't forget about you. Like, do not let what's going on with the other person bring you down. Because then how you going to, kind of be a positive person for them. And like Tanisha said in her article, consider counseling, which we've already touched on. And then lastly, just remind yourself of the commitment that you have made. So, when it feels like it can't get any worse, remind each other why you decided to be together in the first place. And it'll take, all parties in the relationship to make it work.
Yeah.
Yeah. So don't let Erykah Badu, bag lady, bring y'all down.
Right.
Yes.
Pick up them bags, and when your partner's going through something, help them pick them bags up. Sometimes it's too heavy for one person to carry, but you can help them carry it.
It is. Help them throw that away.
I'm going to call the trash
Clean
man.
out your closet.
Right. We're going to call the trash man, baby. Waste
Take it to the
management is
Goodwill.
on their way. Right. We're going to the Goodwill. We're going to drop this shit off. Right. And then you're going to get a tip. One of them little tickets so you can write it off on your taxes.
Yes, write it off on your emotional taxes.
Right. Girl, I got a big deduction.
I
Can't talk today. Deduction this month. I was having the craziest time trying to say something this week. I couldn't remember what it was, but I had like 3 words I couldn't say.
Oh, goodness.
It was really weird.
Oh.
I was getting tongue-tied.
Okay, it happens.
Yeah, but I need to
your
get my
mind be going faster than your mouth.
Girl, all the time. Can we find an article on that? Because I need to learn how to slow all that down.
Slow your mind down.
Girl, I don't know how to do that.
Oh, goodness.
I need an article. I need to look that up.
You do.
I be practicing mindfulness. Like, I can't practice that during the week because my week just goes.
But you can do it in the evening. Like before you go to bed. Like, that can be your wind down, mindfulness.
I need it, like, all the time. But if I'm, like, this week at the conference, I was more mindful of my mind and space and walking slow and taking my time and sitting out by the pool and getting a little bit of work done in between sessions. Like, I was chilling, like, and that's what I need. But when I'm at work, it's like go, 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 go. And everybody's like, you walk so fast. I'm like, damn, I don't have time to be walking slow. I got shit to do. So, I don't know. Like, I have to get better at that.
Yes.
Where I just kind of take moments of and relax. But I do need to slow my mind down. There's a lot of stuff in there. I just need to write it out.
You do.
That helps me. Journaling most definitely helps
yes.
me.
Yes.
And then somebody finds it and they're like, ooh. But I change people's name.
Okay. To protect them.
Protect them, yes.
All right. Well, if you guys want to chime in on the topic, please DM us on the gram at it's_not a fairytale. Or you can email us at itsnotafairytale615@gmail. Or you can find us on Facebook at It's Not a Fairy Tale.
Okay, so today for our business buzz, we're going to do a shout out to Sweet Creations, which is at 942 Jefferson Street in Nashville, Tennessee. They have the best pecan pies. It is so good. So when you're going through a time with your boo and you're feeling depressed because y'all broke up, having problems, girl or boy, go get you a whole pie and eat it. Milk. Okay. That was like really weird. And some milk. Really? Okay.
I mean, you can't have a super sweet pie without some milk.
It's the way you said, and some milk.
Some milk.
Right. So, Daria says get a pie and some milk. And she has pie and milk. But I think pie and coffee go really well together. But pie, coffee, milk, lemonade, whatever you want.
Liquor.
Girl, some brown liquor.
Ooh, with that pecan pie.
Girl, yes.
Yes.
And you know what I would do? I would sprinkle a little bit on the top and put it back in the oven.
Ooh, that would go good.
With some caramel.
Remember when I volunteered at this Winter Wine Fest and I got this pecan liquor rivulé? That would go good with that because he even gave us recipes to go with the liqueur.
That sounds good. Some liqueur with that pecan pie. That sounds real good. With some ice cream?
Yes.
See, look, we got you.
And you can put the rivulé on the ice cream.
Right. We got you feeling better already. Because you know when you get in a little love funk, a little problems, we broke up, we struggling, some baggage. That's all you need is a pie.
Yes.
But not one of them special pies like it was in the Help. We don't want one of those.
Oh, no.
And don't be making one of those for your ex either because that's nasty. Just nasty. Okay, so that was our business buzz. But yeah, and her website is sweetcreations.com. Check her out. She has really good pie. She has peach, pecan, just pie, which is like chess pie, apple pie, and they have the 3-inch small pies. So you don't even have to eat a whole pie. So yes. Actually, it's sweetcreationsllc.net. That's her website. So yeah, go grab you some pies. Get a whole bunch of those small ones. So you can eat them all through the night and get crumbs in the bed and not feel bad about it.
In the bed.
Well,
no. Who wants crumbs in a
nobody wants
attached? Ants.
First of all, you are depressed. You don't care if you got
in crumbs. Then you'll be scratching.
No, they gonna eat the crumbs in the middle of the night because they going through some things.
They're not gonna eat no
that
crumbs
pie,
after bed.
You don't know. People be doing nasty stuff.
That's nasty.
When you depressed and you at that point, did
That's
you see that